ready for Mars Retrograde 2016. This is a time when you're going to be able to get other people to conform to your will. People will be more malleable to your will. So get ready to go for what you want, go for the gusto. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and thank you for joining us. Now, Mars goes retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius. This is going to occur on April the 17th of 2016. And this will affect the natural 9th house of life, path, meaning for everyone. And this will make it easy to say yes and hard to say no, and that's going to be true for everyone. So you need a heads up. You need to be able to take advantage of this situation. Now, if you're going to be on the receptive end of this, you're going to have to make sure that you have your boundaries, your personal boundaries, firmly set into place. Okay, that's going to afford you an edge, and that's going to be what's going to propel you to the next level. That's going to be what you need. Now, you will question the meaning of your life because the 9th house is going to be affected. That's Sagittarius. That's your life path meaning. So you're going to start to wonder about your life and what you've done and what you're going to do and the meaning of your life and the path that you've chosen, whether or not you've chosen a certain career or you've chosen a certain lifestyle, like say you're into being a minimalist or you're into being a vegetarian or whatever you're into being. This is going to be the time when you will question that, and others will try to push you this way or that way and get you to change in accordance with their will. So just be aware of that. Now, this is going to be able to return to a more confident state after the 29th of June. Now, Mars will ingress into the sign of Scorpio, the Scorpion, which is the natural 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt. And where your Mars is going to be very important when Mars goes retrograde. You might tend to bend your own rules. You might tend to drop the ball at times. So you need to not do that. You need to allow others to try to push you and then let them go right where they're going. Because other people are going to be kind of charging at you because of anxiety. They're going to be feeling anxious about everything. So they're going to be sort of charging at you with anticipation of thinking that you're going to be able to help them. So what you need to do is you need to allow them to go right where they're going. And then you'll be able to utilize the situation to get an edge and take advantage of these astrological events. Now, Mars will be retrograde all during June of 2016. So it's going to be affecting people for quite a few months. These are important months. These are going to affect Mother's Day, of course, and Father's Day, and it's going to affect your relationship with your parental figures or with your children, respectively. It's going to affect these types of relationships, plus all types of relationships when it comes to, again, the will, because Mars is all about the will of the conquering king. This is not the will of the sun. This is the will of the conquering king. This is the will of the part of you that fights for yourself. So what you don't want to do is just blow all the energy at once. What you want to do is be able to be measured and disciplined and use your mind, use your head, use your brains, use your intelligence, and then you will be able to dominate and you will be able to reign supreme with your will, your true will, during this time. Now, when this goes on, your routines are going to be, harder to perform, your daily routines. You'll tend to want to waver. And after, the 29th of June, it'll go back to normal. But what you want to do during this time is you want to stay disciplined while everybody is going to be expressing their creative aspect, and they'll be very anxious. And if you're disciplined, they will come at you and want your assistance and want your opinion on things and your help. So if you're somebody who's in the teaching or helping professions, or you're a life coach or something to that effect, or you're an astrologer, or you're a reader, or you're a leader, or you're a pastor, whatever you are, this is the time when, if you're a leader, you need to stay disciplined, you need to know what's going on, and you need to utilize that to your benefit. You need to keep your eye on the ball all during this time that Mars is retrograde, because others are going to think that they have their eye on the ball because they're following others, because they're going to be followed. There's more followers than there are leaders in this world. So if you want to be a leader, you need to understand that others are going to be trying to be leaders. They'll be following whoever is most popular. And as they do that, they're going to be scattered, because there's going to be so many different leaders. Now that we're in the age of Aquarius, that's what's up. So many different leaders that they're going to be going to and fro and scattered. So what you want to do is you want to be a little bit able to bend, but only so much that it doesn't throw you off your path. You don't want to become derailed at this time. You want to be someone who's on your own chosen path, on your own track, and you want to be able to not have the situation go against you. That'll be very important. You'll find that you'll get what you want quite a bit more, during this time. So keep your eye on the ball, and remember to get them while they're hot, because they're going to be hot during this time. All right. Now, you're well set for this. Now, if you want more information on how to take advantage of these astrological and cosmological events that are going on all throughout April, May, and June of 2016, you can contact us at www.readingsbyrosemary.com, and you can either email us or call us, and we also see people in person. So, and we also teach classes. The sign of Scorpio, the Scorpion, which is the natural 8th house of birth, sex, death, and debt. This affects these very visceral and significant aspects of your life, and it doesn't matter what sign you are, you will be affected in these very important areas. However, you need to know where your own Mars resides and what is in your 8th house, and we can help you with that. So you can give us a call, or you can email us, and you can go to readingsbyrosemary.com. That's www.readingsbyrosemary.com. If you need a class, if we can see you in person, if you need, just these are very important aspects that are going to be affected by Mars ingress, Scorpio, the Scorpion, in a retrograde transit. Very important for the will, your will and the will of others. You need to know who's going to have the edge, who's going to be able to take advantage of whom, who will be strong and who will be weak-willed during this very important transit. With Mars ingress Scorpio in a retrograde transit, there will be an effect not only on the areas of birth, sex, death, and debt, but also it will affect your practices, your behaviors, how you ascertain and present yourself regarding your personal boundaries. Again, this is 8th house, how you deal with personal boundaries, whether or not you loosen up your personal routines, practices, and methods, or whether you are going to make everything more stringent and more difficult. So you're either going to be someone who's dominating the situation, or you're going to be someone who's affected upon. You're either going to be the cause, or you're going to be the effect. And believe me, during this time, you'll want to be the cause, not the effect. All right, so now you're armed, and forewarned is forearmed. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Join us again soon.